So you want to start VTubing? Let's talk about that. VTubing's become quite popular in the content creation sphere due to a phenomenal showing from Hololive's latest project, Hololive EN, which debuted in September of 2020. Many have joined this trend due to its success, but many have also stopped without giving a reason why. Today, we're going to look at why you should or should not become a VTuber. Let's start off with a few reasons why becoming a VTuber can be quite appealing. One of the most common I see is it gives the creator a chance to have a representation of themselves on screen that can react and show emotions to their viewers. This is useful when simply having a webcam is either unwanted or impossible, such as having low self-esteem, a disability, or perhaps you're just sharing a room in an apartment. This is often accompanied by a backstory or other lore about the character that fans can consume and create inside jokes about or other bonds unique to that character. I mean, after all, if you could look like your ideal self, why wouldn't you? And that'll bring us to the second reason why I think so many are drawn to the hobby. It's the creative aspect of it. Creating a character is a uniquely satisfying experience. You get to design everything down to how the buttons on their shirt look, and what's better is you can change how your avatar looks whenever you want. Many like to commission different outfits, models, or other gag items that keep it interesting, similar to how many content creators will change the format of their videos or streams. If you choose to play a character, you get to act out your own story in front of the internet, and in fact, some have made multiple characters with unique personalities, storylines, and even friends. A perfect example of this is the content creator Furtrap, who I highly recommend checking out his channel. Link is in the description down below. For the last reason, and the one I personally use, it's just fun. Learning and using these technologies to make avatars move the way you want is fascinating. Discovering what I can and can't do with them is the reason I keep trying new things and pushing the limit of both my computer and wallet. I'll touch on this a little bit more in just a bit. Now that we've talked about what I feel are the most positive aspects of VTubing, let's talk about some of the negatives. It's expensive. Now, I'm not saying you have to have the best setup, best looking avatar, best overlay, or anything like that. But even having something as simple as a PNG on your screen that lights up when you talk costs just a little bit of money for something custom. If you go into the more complex models like Live 2D or 3D modeling, things can get very expensive very quickly unless you dedicate a lot of time and skill to creating your own models. I made a video on how much I've personally spent, which you can find in the card above and the description below to give you an idea of just how much money you could spend. Number 2, it's time consuming. Adding a virtual avatar into whatever type of content you are making adds another level of complexity, and if your programs aren't working right, it can be a giant headache to ensure that everything goes smoothly. This problem becomes magnified when you try to work with non-VTubers, as figuring out a setup that works for everyone is just difficult. And number 3, it limits your content creation options. I know earlier I mentioned just how much you can do with VTubing, but it's important to recognize all the things that you can't. Dancing, for example, is not possible unless you have a 3D avatar with full body tracking, and other movements or settings you want to do might not be feasible with your time, budget, or computer. We're going to round things off with something that I think might be a little bit spicy, but it's something I've personally had to adjust to. A virtual avatar is not a replacement for your personality. At the end of the day, people are going to watch you for the content you make and not your pretty avatar. Having a nice model can help, but if you think just getting a model is going to make your numbers surge, there's probably other aspects of your content that you can and should improve first. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and leave a comment letting me know what you'd like me to talk about in the future. And if you have any really burning questions, you should join our Discord, where I'm more than happy to answer anyone that I can. I'll see you in the next video.